Cold and flu season is here, and with the recent warning, you may be left looking for different medicines to cure what ails you. But there is one thing that you need to make sure that you avoid when it comes to your children. We'll learn the impact of aspirin and what products it might be hidden in.
Speaking of hidden, for many people, adoption is a calling, but oftentimes the child's medical history is unknown. Today we learn how you can overcome that obstacle, and we separate fact from fiction when it comes to bringing a much-wanted child into your home.
Trends come, trends go. One trend some want to see go is the trend of mini fasting. Find out what is safe and which methods of fasting you want to avoid.
One trend making a comeback is wallpaper. Angie Hicks from Angie's List shows us how it's evolved and ways it can help update your look.
And the chef from Modern Mixture is here showing us his evolution when it comes to making a popular salad. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from Historic Studio D.
And
oh
get ready.
My goodness, it's coming. Get the bread, get the milk, get the toilet paper, change the car. Yeah, it's going to snow. Winter weather advisories did begin this morning. Don't panic though, everything's going to be okay. Looks like tomorrow is going to be fun if you like snow, not so much if you don't.
Yeah, because there's both types here. Let's check in with WBOC's Chief Meteorologist Dan Satterfield in the Storm Tracker Weather Center for the latest.
Hey guys, yeah, it does indeed look like we're going to see a major winter storm here Tuesday, especially in the evening with high winds and frigid temperatures, and yes, also some heavy snow. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to have a strong Arctic cold front go through in the morning. By early afternoon on Tuesday, snow's going to break out. Temperatures will be right around freezing in Salisbury and around 28 in Dover. As we go into the evening, low pressure offshore will really deepen. It will get much stronger. The winds are really going to start to howl. Heavy snow will develop from around rush hour up until 10 or 11 o'clock. It may come down so heavily that visibilities get reduced. The winds will be gusting to 44 or 45 miles an hour offshore. We could approach near blizzard conditions on Delmarva tomorrow evening. The snow will end tomorrow night. Back to flurries late, but it'll still be very cold and blustery all the way on into Wednesday morning. So how much snow? Well, at least 3. 8 inches is very possible, and we'll probably end up seeing a band of even higher accumulations across southern Delmarva. We're looking at 2 to 5 inches of snow, and again, heaviest snow between 5 and 11 with winds over 45 miles an hour. It's going to be a humdinger of a storm. Back to you two.
And that is the latest from Dan.
If anybody knows.
And of course, don't forget, you can download the new WBOC 16 weather app on your Android or Apple digital device.
And of course, don't forget that you can also follow the WBOC weather team on Facebook.
Well, today is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and we've all heard his famous I Have a Dream speech. This particular speech was his acceptance of the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964.
I accept this award on behalf of a civil rights movement which is moving with determination.
Definitely a man known for his speeches. What you may not know, though, is that Dr. King wasn't the only one to die at the Lorraine Hotel that April day in 1968 in Memphis. After he was killed, one of the hotel workers, which happened to be the wife of the owner of the motel, her name was Lorraine, he had named the motel after her,
right.
The Lorraine Motel. After seeing Dr. King getting shot, she had a heart attack. She died later that day. Okay, there's so many layers to the story, it's incredible. She was working the switchboard at the motel. That is one of the reasons, part of the reason why they had such a hard time getting an ambulance for Dr. King, because when they ran back to the room to call, there's nobody on the switchboard.
Nobody on the switchboard.
So it wasn't until police arrived at the scene that they started yelling to them, use your radios, call an ambulance, call an ambulance.
Huh.
I never knew this until last week.
I've never heard that story.
Isn't that fascinating?
How about that? And there are lots of events going on today in recognition of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. There's still time to attend the 29th annual celebration and commemoration banquet tonight in Wicomico County. Here's the details. It takes place at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center in the Normandy Arena at 6:30 p.m. That's when it starts. Tickets are $35 each.
And another way to recognize his movement is by recognizing this. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, life's most persistent and urgent questions is, what are you doing for others?
Well, each year, Americans across the country answer that question by coming together on the King holiday to serve their neighbors and communities. The MLK Day of Service is a part of United We Serve, the President's National Call to Service initiative. It calls for Americans from all walks of life to work together to provide solutions to our most pressing national problems. But you know, service to the community is not just limited to one day.
Dr. Martin Luther King promoted service year-round, and one way that you can serve your community is by helping Habitat for Humanity. So here to tell us more is Kevin Gilmore, who's the Executive Director of Sussex County Habitat for Humanity. Thanks for coming in this afternoon. Now, for those who aren't familiar with Habitat for Humanity, what are your goals? Tell us what the deal is.
Well, this year in Sussex County, we plan to serve 35 families through new home construction, renovation of existing homes, minor repair projects. And our mission in Sussex County Habitat is seeking to put God's love into action by bringing people together to build homes, communities, and hope.
Wow. So how many homes have you built so far?
In Sussex County alone, we've built 88 homes.
Really? And you've had projects going on right now?
We sure do. Currently, we have projects going on in Seaford and in Georgetown and even in West Rehoboth.
And you just started that one in West Rehoboth.
Just started right now.
How about that? So obviously you're looking for volunteers. What are you looking for in volunteers?
Well, the conception that a volunteer has to come out on a job site and swing a hammer is not the only way to volunteer with Habitat for Humanity. It's the most notable way, and certainly we depend on a couple thousand volunteers to do that. But we have volunteer opportunities behind the scenes, helping to, whether it's preparing a lunch or serving on a committee, nurturing and working with the families throughout the whole process of building their house. There's opportunity in our restore, in our office, and of course on the job site.
What to do?
But if you want to swing a hammer, if I want to get out there, I don't have to be a construction worker or anything like that. You'll help me out.
Absolutely. In fact, today on Martin Luther King Day of Service, we have all our job sites are full. Folks are out with AmeriCorps. The entire AmeriCorps program in the state of Delaware are on Habitat sites today. We have families who are out serving as a way to bring the family together today, and we certainly can use help on the job sites. It takes a lot of people to build a house.
Okay, so I want to help. I want to volunteer. What do you need me to do?
Well, the easiest way is to figure out what is your skill set that you want to do.
Okay.
All our job sites are posted on the internet, so you can register online.
Okay.
You can take a brief training online to make sure you have all the proper safety procedures, and then you get a confirmation that you are signed up for a specific day. Volunteering in the restore or on the in the office or something like that, you can certainly call the office and talk to our volunteer coordinator.
What do I need to bring to the job site?
Well, we're pretty used to having volunteers out on the site, so we try to make it as easy as possible. You don't even have to bring tools with you. We have tools on the job site. Of course, dress appropriately. With the weather forecast here coming up, certainly stay warm, wear proper shoes. It is a construction site,
Right.
But for basic tools, we can provide that. And often bring your own lunch, but there's a great opportunity for local churches and schools and such to provide lunches for the volunteers who are on site. It's a nice way to give back if you're not the type who wants to swing a hammer.
Now, the people who eventually move into the house, they work on it too, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Habitat is not a giveaway program. In fact, we often say it's a hand up, not a handout.
Okay.
And so all the families who work towards getting their house actually have to do what we call sweat equity.
Okay.
So that's 250 hours per adult in the family towards their house or other people's houses as their sort of down payment on the house is their time and investment.
Right, right. Now, how long does it normally take to build a house?
For us, we're a primarily volunteer-driven program, so it takes 4 to 6 months to build a Habitat house. And when you think about that, a couple days a week with a bunch of volunteers out on the site, that's not too bad.
That's not bad at all. All right. Well, Kevin Gilmore, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Some incredible stuff. Now, when it comes to new construction, how many volunteers are we talking to build something?
On any given house, I think it's about 300 people that touch that house through the process. In fact, one of the beautiful things, all the houses, when volunteers are there, if it's framing, they'll sign the studs with a message. And
Right.
so inside the walls of all the Habitat houses is some sort of message of love and peace and blessing.
Now, we talked
That's
about
awesome.
all the volunteers. Now, a lot of people ask you, how do you qualify for a house? Because you're not giving houses away.
Absolutely. There's 3 main criteria, whether it's in Sussex County or any of the other habitats around the area that are in each county. And it's the need for affordable housing, the ability to pay a no interest or low interest mortgage over a period of time, and the willingness to partner, which is the sweat equity that we just talked about. So all applicants are vetted through that process to make sure that we're helping them be set up for success in a house that they can own.
All
Nice.
right.
Kevin Gilmore, Sussex County Habitat for Humanity. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, if you'd like to learn more about Sussex County Habitat for Humanity, including how you can volunteer or qualify, all you have to do is go to our website, delmarvalife.com, and click on the Show tab.
Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, for some, adopting a child is a calling, but what if that child was sicker than you knew?
It hit us that it may be just a matter of time.
The hidden medical dangers you need to know before adopting overseas. Plus, maybe you're considering adopting a child. We'll find out how you can get the process started. It may be easier than you might think.
When it comes to protecting our children's health, a lot of us turn to a common drug often found in many medications. But this drug may actually be putting them at risk of a serious condition. You're going to find out what it is and what else it's in besides just their medications.
And many of us adults will do just about anything to improve our health and drop a few pounds. Have you ever considered a mini fast? We'll learn more about what it is and what a new study suggests about their safety.
And maybe you're not watching what you eat a little bit later on. We're in the kitchen putting a simple dish that the family is going to love all together. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.